welcome along guys. Today we're going trail running. Today we have Mount Somers Loop. So it's about 25 to 30 kilometers. Pretty rugged track. As you can see, the sweat just beaming off me. We just finished the first climb, which is 300 meters in about 1 kilometer, so it's pretty steep. And now we're just descending into a little valley where we go along until we hit Pinnacle's hut. I'm testing our new shoes today. These are the Trabuco Max 4s, and it's a potential shoe for Tarawera miler. So yeah, they're brand new, straight out of the box. So we've got a couple options today. We can either do the full loop, or when I get up to the saddle, I can decide if I want to go up and try and get the summit. Probably 1,000 meters. The valley is clouded over today, so I think if I decided to get the summit, we'd be able to pop up over top of that. We'll see. We've had a couple big weeks, 50k last weekend, so the legs are still feeling it. But yeah, let's get it. So traditionally, Mount Somers is a multi-day hiking track. They have a couple of good dock huts along the way for people to stay at, but they also host a trail race around here called Mission Mount Somers. It's pretty classic New Zealand trail running, if I'm to be honest. Just native bush, rooty, it's hard on the body. So if you're coming out here, be prepared that it might take you a little bit longer than you expect. So you can do this track either clockwise or anti-clockwise. Today we're doing it anti-clockwise. I like to do it this way because you kind of get the most rugged part of the track out of the way. This first section from car park on Staveley side through to Pinnacle's hut is just pretty slow going. But once you get through Pinnacle's, it really starts to open up. If you do it clockwise, you start with a long climb, 900 meter, few kilometer climb, which just grinds away at you. So I guess it depends on what you enjoy. For me, I'd rather come down that big descent. So far the shoes are feeling really good. I decided to get the Trabuco Maxes because 2 years ago I ran my first 100 kilometer race and I did it in the Trabuco Max 3s. And I just had a really good time, really good race, no foot issues. And then last year when I was doing Naseby 100, I went with a different pair of shoes and ended up having some major foot problems, partially because of my socks, but I feel like the shoes played a part in that. Looking towards Tarawera, I wanted to go back to something that I knew I could rely on, and I've heard really good things about the 4s, so picked them up yesterday, and so far they're feeling really good. Really stable, really cushioned ride. My Achilles is not bothering me at all. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know I've currently got Achilles tendonitis. So yeah, everything's just feeling really good so far, but we're definitely taking it very easy. Okay, so we've just broken through the tree line and now we get our first view up the valley. And up there, you might be able to see it, it's Pinnacle's hut. And up there in the cloud, that's Mount Somers. As you can see, it's all pretty clouded over today. We've done 5 kilometers and 600 meters of climbing so far, which I don't know, feels pretty good. we just left Pinnacle's hut behind and met an old chap there who said that his wife is going up to the summit today, so he's kind of put an idea in my head. I think it'd only be worth it if you're going to get above the clouds. I've always wanted to bag that summit, so today could be the day. Just making my way now towards the saddle, and this is where the track really starts to open up and you get some good runnable sections. Nice to open up the legs after going for all that native up and down the river. So not far from the hut you come across this stunning waterfall, which is just so sick. I love this spot. Good spot to refill water and just chill out for a little bit. So time to take on some fuel. I'm running the pure gels, cannot go wrong with these. They just sit so well in my stomach. I haven't really ever had any issues. At the moment I'm trying to aim for around 80 grams of carbs per hour. So I found that 80 is a pretty good amount for me. It's not too unrealistic, and especially if I'm just cruising along on a day like today, it's a good amount just to keep me going. The great thing about this trail is you're never gonna not have access to water. So there's always somewhere to refill your bottles. All right, let's keep moving. Okay guys, this is the crossroads. Either up there into the clouds to get the summit, or I head this way for the loop. Now, the real question is if the summit's above the clouds. You can see there's someone coming down, so maybe if I just wait here and take on some fuel, I'll find out. I feel like the legs have it. Body's feeling pretty good. It'd make for a shorter loop, but it'd be good to bag a summit. Let's see what she has to say. Okay, so by the sounds of that, it's just popping through the clouds. What do I want? Volume or vert? Okay, I reckon the cloud is gonna clear off as we make our way up. So I've decided we're gonna get that summit. It's only 2K, probably another 400 or 500 meters. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Let's get it. All right, moving up. Just cracking 1,000 meters. Good thing I took on that fuel because she's pretty steep. Oh, let's hope it's all worth it. Okay, we must be getting close to the summit, unless that ridge up there is a false summit. And from my experience, a lot of the time it is. Okay, so we just took the grunt out of that climb. Now we're on the top. We're just following this little trail which is going to lead us up to the summit. It wasn't too bad. It was about maybe 400 meters climbing in, I don't know, half a kilometer. It's just a real grunt up from that saddle. So forgive me for walking. So we're well and truly up on the tops, and we're making our way along to the summit up there. Got these little pockets. You can see peaks popping through. Southern Alps, snow-capped mountains over there. No wind. Trail running doesn't get better than this. This is it. Coming up on the summit. I don't know about this rock, but Looks like it's going to give me a power up. Ew! That's it. Mount Summers. Oh, it's just like a perfect day up here. We're above everything. I got the summit to myself. This is so good. Okay, so we're back in the clouds, probably about, hopefully, like halfway down. So the Asics Trabuco 4 is not the shoe for technical descending, but I think we all knew that. It's a shoe that's really great for nice rolling trails. Feels a bit like a boat, if that's how I can describe it. It is not the shoe for steep technical descending, but that's not why I chose it. I chose it for Tarawera. They're going to be a lot less steep and a lot less technical. A great shoe for just a long day on the feet. So we just made it off the summit down, and we have just met back up with the South Face track, which is the one you'd take if you were going to do the full loop around. Got 3k and probably another 500 or 600 meters to drop, so the suspension in the legs is feeling it. Final descent. Yeah, we'll make it. Weird fun.